let's discuss the importance of beauty and why this is so significant for your dating life if you are choosing to go out of your way to date men. Before we dive into this, I think that some of you might not like me after this episode. I say this sometimes when I record an episode, but I do mean it each time I say it because the last time I said something that you guys didn't like was when I said sex work and marriage share the same framework. You guys fried me for that, and that ended up on the fucking national news. But why I think you guys might not like what I'm gonna say in this particular episode is because it clashes with the feminist theory and ideologies that support the idea that a woman doesn't have to be beautiful in order to be treated well, which I agree with. I agree that a woman is not her looks. A woman does not need to be beautiful to be treated like a basic fucking human being. We should not have to be appeasing to the male gaze in order for our humanity to be validated. And at the same time, I think it's important to acknowledge a few things here. One of the things being that, as I always say, dating men is a choice. So it is not mandatory for us to date men if we want to have a full and complete human experience, whatever that means to you. Like, men don't have to be in the picture, is what I'm saying. But if you choose to have men in the picture, then there are certain choices you are making within the context of dating men. For example, it could be that you have a particular preference or taste in men. You might like the artsy boys who are walking around with a guitar they don't know how to play. You might like the tech boys. You might like the boys who are generous and want to look after you. Whatever your taste in men is, you are making certain choices when it comes to dating those men. And so you might be wondering, well, how does looks come into this conversation? Well, my dear, let me tell you. For the girls who prefer to date men who are going to take care of them, the girls who prefer to date men who can facilitate an exciting lifestyle, there is an element of keeping up your appearance that plays a huge role in the results you get. This doesn't sound very nice to say because it could be understood as me saying that you're dressing for men, that you are wearing makeup for men, that you are maintaining your beauty for men. That's not necessarily it. What I'm more getting at here is dress for the life you want. The man is the byproduct. I see men as a gateway to a particular kind of life. I don't see men as the be all end all of the picture. I see men as the same way I see weed. Like, you see, like how weed is a plant that you can smoke or you can cook it in food, and the byproduct is that you experience a feeling of being high, and from you being high, you might feel creatively inspired, you might feel relaxed, you might feel a decrease in the pain in your body, you might feel joyous, you might feel a sense of escapism. It's the byproduct of that plant. Similarly speaking, when it comes to men, I see men in that way where it's like, okay, if I engage with men, especially as a particular type of man, then I will get a particular type of lifestyle. But for me to be able to navigate that to the best of my ability and to get the best possible outcome, I know that looking groomed well, beautiful, dressing for my body type, and genuinely exuding a general sense of put togetherness gets me way more results than looking like I'm going to throw rubbish away. I think there is something about paying attention to the type of men you attract when you look a certain way. So what I mean by that is, on the days when I'm having more of a casual, dressed down day where I'm just like in my hoodie and my sweatpants and my Crocs, I'm just getting things done. I might be on my way to a pole practice session. I'm not in any way trying to be outside too much. On the brief occasion that I might attract a man looking like that, oftentimes it's usually like boys who are a bit younger than me or who are same age as me, and there's a level of accessibility that my appearance gives them. And I don't necessarily think that accessibility is a bad thing. It's about who are you accessible to. And I do understand that, yeah, when I'm in my sweatpants and my joggers, I'm not expecting to meet the kind of man that I want to date. I expect that if I'm attracting boys, yeah, they're going to be boys who are a bit younger, boys who want to split bills, boys who want to talk about what they're building and let's build, I don't want to build. I don't want to build. Okay? Do these hands look like they can build? Look at these dainty fingers. I am of no use on any construction site. I'm actually a liability. But the point I'm getting at here is when I look the complete opposite to what I just described, which is, I'm in my, I don't know, Skims dress, got my little mule on, maybe my makeup is did, and I'm out on the town. The kind of men I attract is very different. And I feel a lot more confident in navigating conversations with them. And this is so important because I do think that your confidence ties in with how you look. And I don't mean how you look as in the features you were born with. I mean how you've presented yourself. There is a level of pizzazz and self-esteem and glow that I feel when my makeup is did, lashes are glued on, I'm snatched in my dress, and I'm outside. Like, I just feel like I am at my goddess Gina level of energy when guys are trying to talk to me and I'm just like like, you should see me in action. My way of flirting is not what you'd expect in terms of, oh, she's just a dainty, flowery, approachable princess. No. Mm-mm. My way of flirting is very sort of like, it's not aggressive, but it's like dismissive. But it's that tug and pull. I do love that tug and pull. And I do notice that when you look good, there is more, what's the word? It's like when you look good, men can't help but find it endearing when you're being a little standoffish with them because that sass is sexy. I also think that there is something in understanding beauty politics so that you won't be attached to how men see you. So what that means is, it might sound like a contradiction to everything I've just said because I've just spent the past however many minutes saying that, yes, looking beautiful is a part of the process if you want to date men, a specific type of man. But at the same time, when it comes to beauty politics, part of beauty politics is this idea of women being seen and never heard, women being expected to be beautiful for men. For me, I'm taking this an octave above that. And it's about me being not just beautiful for me, but me being beautiful because I'm playing a game on purpose. And there are feminists who will disagree heavily with my game playing because they think that the game I'm playing is only feeding into the patriarchy. They believe that me dating men because I like their money, me dating men because I enjoy a particular lifestyle, that's all feeding into capitalism and that's anti-feminist. I would invite and encourage you to think whatever you want to think of me. It is not going to have any effect whatsoever on how I navigate dating men because I'm doing what works for me. I'm all about results over theory. And I know that there's going to be feminists who will hate to hear that. I come across a lot of feminists who, yeah, those who don't like my work, they prefer to use this approach of saying that, oh, because I don't involve critical theory and I'm not academic in my stances, therefore my work is not feminist and my work is not effective. I would go as far as saying, yes, I agree. My work is not effective if the intended outcome of this mindset and ideology is to try and dismantle structures that will exist long after I'm still here. I'm going to make it clear from now, just to diffuse any confusion. I'm not here to dismantle any structures. I'm here to observe how the world works and see how I'm positioned within those structures and how can I best navigate this so that I can selfishly get what I need to get out of this, because the reparations aren't going to be given to me. I have to take those reparations. And reparations, as I'm sure we can all agree, is not confined to just financial reparations. There are systemic reparations, there are gesture based reparations. I'm coming for as many versions of reparations I can get. And men are the gateway to the reparations I deserve, especially white men. Black men owe me reparations too. And so within me playing this game, I'm playing to win. I'm not playing to write a dissertation. I'm not playing to impress academics. And what I love about my position in this matrix is, as much as I'm not somebody who is necessarily going to be listed amongst academic professors of our generation, I still am invited to the world's most considered prestigious academic spaces to speak. That includes Oxford University and Cambridge University, and those institutions are pedestalized for a reason. And what I'm so proud of is the fact that I can pull up to those institutions with not a single piece of paper in hand, talk my shit, and I'm still contributing to the discourse that will be referred to for generations to come. And why I feel like it's important to say that, especially tying into this conversation about beauty and looks and using it to play the game, is I don't expect for anybody to listen to what I'm saying in this episode and try to shoehorn it into feminism. I have released the expectation that people have tried to impose on me and other women that everything a woman does needs to be feminist for it to serve a purpose in her life or for it to benefit her. Because the definition of feminism is ever evolving and ever changing. We don't all agree on what feminism is at this point, and that's fine. Some people don't agree with my approach, and that's fine. I don't approach my life in this way for some random person on the internet to validate it and be like, you're doing it correctly. I navigate my life in this way because it produces the results. I care about results. I care about the outcome. I care about using what I have to get what I need. And I've got the looks. I am not who is the most beautiful girl on the internet right now that everybody's looking at and lusting after? I don't even know. Maybe like some sort of light-skinned girl with a really slim nose and, you know, the typical features of a stereotypically beautiful woman. I don't have those features, but I have my own beautiful features that make me beautiful. And I use what I have to get what I need. I use my looks to get what I need. And it works. And I see a lot of women sleeping on their potential because they don't see any importance in leaning into their looks. They have this belief that I should just be loved as I am. I agree with you. You deserve to be loved as you are. And at the same time, can you hold your hand on your heart and really swear that men can love you in the entirety you deserve to be loved as you are when you have just woken up and you have not brushed your hair? Do you think a man is really, really going to be like, oh, beneath all of that disheveled morning wake up look, morning breath, I see your soul and I'm going to give you everything you deserve without me being in any way visually inspired by your appearance? No, men don't think that way. And I think that the politics of dating men involves an element of you need to see yourself how men see you so that you know what they're looking at and you know which part of the game you're playing. Because as I keep on drawing back to, it's not by force to date men, it's a choice. So in playing this game, yes, there's an element of your looks will definitely impact the results you get. I am so sorry to have to say that. I am so sorry to burst this bubble of if you are not putting any effort into your appearance, you're still going to get the exact result you want. That's just not how the world works, unfortunately. It's just not. But if you're a woman who loves women, like if you're somebody who dates women, I think that, yeah, you can look as disheveled as you want to look, and somebody will still see the nuanced value in your soul, because women are socialized to view each other differently as opposed to how men see us. So I need to reiterate, I am not here to give you critical feminist academic theory. If you want that, there are so many incredible people who have been doing that work, from Bell Hooks through to Angela Davis. Who else? Girl, look, there's loads of them, yeah? Some people might group me in with them, some people might not. Me, all I know is I am my own theorist. I am my own philosopher. Call me Socrates. Because I'm Socrates with the titties, girl. But no, I am a philosopher in my own right. And I have given myself that label because I know the power that my work holds. I know how intelligent I am. I know how articulate I am. And it's fair to say I know what I'm doing, you know? And so when it comes to looks and playing the game, I think that a lot of us are sleeping on our own potential. Again, I'm not saying dress for men. Somebody's going to hear this and still think that I'm saying dress for men. And look, I can't help you in it. All I'm going to say is we need to open the schools because comprehension is at an all-time low. But when I'm saying it's not about dressing for men, it's about dressing for the life you want. And remember what I said earlier about men are the gateway to that? Like how weed is the gateway to you feeling high, relaxed, happy, creatively inspired. Men are the gateway to you having a completely different lifestyle should you decide to. Men are not the only way though. Another way is doing it yourself. Maybe that means you toiling and grafting and working really hard, making enough money to buy yourself the home of your dreams. You can get there, it's just going to take you longer. And if a man's going to be in the picture while you are on that journey by yourself, then he ideally should be getting you there quicker and easier and more conveniently. That's the point I'm making. And if you want to get there quicker, the shortcut is your appearance, your grooming, your hygiene, personal hygiene. Do you invest in your body care? Do you understand the importance of smelling nice and making sure that, yeah, if you're going to start a fight with your man, make sure you look good for extra effect. Yes. When a man compliments me on my appearance, I own the compliment. When a man says to me, oh, I love your tattoos. Oh, really? Which one's your favorite? I'm not going to be like, oh, thank you so much. I'm going to be like, which one's your favorite? Oh, you like the one on my chest? Of course you like the one on my chest. You're looking at my tits. Like, I own the flirting because I know that I'm beautiful and it's all part of the effect and it makes my energy more memorable. When it comes to looks and appearance, there are women who are like, oh, I wish I was pretty enough to do that. I've had so many women say to me that they wish they were pretty enough to think how I think. And I'm like, that's because you only see yourself at the level in which you've invested in your looks. And I can tell you're not investing that much in your looks, because if you was more invested in, okay, I'm going to be going to this particular meeting with this person, let me just make sure that I look good so I can feel better and I can just carry myself better and exude more confidence. Like, if you was to be going out with your friends, make sure you look good. Make sure you look good. It's a power that can really benefit you. And I just think that it's a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. Because again, dating men means you're choosing to play a game. So when you're playing a game, you need to study your opponent, right? And I know that someone might have an issue with me using the word opponent because it implies that we're fighting. It's not about fighting. It's about understanding that, like, men want something from you and you don't have to give the thing that they want, but you can play the game. And so when we're understanding our opponents, when we're understanding the person on the opposite side of the pitch, the men, they value arm candy. What does arm candy mean? Arm candy just means like Men get something out of being seen with a beautiful woman. That's why I don't believe in these dating apps anymore. Like, men don't deserve to be seen sat across a table with a woman that's as beautiful as you just because. Cut that shit out. Like, there needs to be more now. I think men need to start doing a lot more to earn the opportunity to date us, as beautiful as we are. I don't think you understand what power being seen with a beautiful woman holds for a man. This is more than just the idea of women are dolls, seen and never heard. No, no, no. This is about understanding that, like, when you're a smart woman and you're a funny woman and you've got a beautiful personality and you are beautiful, that's a killer combination. Why wouldn't you play to win? So I would say you would benefit from learning how to do your makeup. And it's not about having a wedding full face beat every time you leave the house. No. Like, having a very simple, basic routine that just involves foundation, contour, and highlight. So that your face just looks smooth, clean, done. Learning how to dress for your body type. So that means, if you're somebody who maybe, like, you're not the curviest person, you don't have the BBL body. Like, learning how to lean into certain silhouettes that accentuate other features about you that are just as beautiful. This all is part of playing the game. I'm sorry, guys. If you're dating men, you're opting into a game. Play to win. Play to win. Don't carry last, bro. And, I know that people are gonna hear what I'm talking about and not like it because it's promoting an idea that is taking us back to the 70s of, women have to do their looks for men. No. Dress for the life you want, guys. Dress for the life you want. Dress for the life you want. Dress for the outcome you want. When you're starting an argument with your boyfriend because you want to air out a grievance, make sure, if this is happening in person or on FaceTime, make sure you look good. Make sure you look good because, yes, it does add extra dramatic effect. Yes, it will instill some more fear. And yes, you're more likely to get that reparation money from him than you arguing with him with no makeup and a bonnet on. I'm not saying you're any less beautiful in your bare face and bonnet. What I'm saying is there is more impact that you can deliver when you look so good that in his mind, he's thinking, am I about to be replaced? That's more where I'm going with this. But hey, listen, you don't have to take everything I say. You can choose how you want to do this. As for me personally, I've clocked the role that looks plays in all of this. And yeah, that's why, if you notice, I wear corsets a lot more often. Not because I'm feeding into an 1800s beauty ideal. No, because corsets suit my body type. I like wearing corsets. It helps me with my posture because I've got really big boobs. I'm 32G. I naturally tend to hunch forward because of the weight of them, but corsets straighten me out. And I like the way that I walk when I'm wearing a corset. I also love a little heeled boot or a little low-heeled shoe because when I'm in a heel, my walk is sassier. I feel more confident. I like how much more confident I feel when my looks are more refined. I am so sorry to have to say that looking nice does get you better results when dating men, but that is the reality. And like I always say, choosing to date men is choosing to play a game. And if you're choosing to play a game, you're not playing to be nice, you're playing to win. And playing to win sometimes looks like knowing how to do your makeup, knowing how to dress for your body type, so that when you are in an environment or a scenario where you're around the kind of guy that is your type and your taste, pew, 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 you're shooting bullseyes only. you know? Like, you're navigating this with full confidence, knowing, yeah, I do look good. Yeah, I do fucking look good. And you're going to show me how good you think I look. And that's just coming out of the dominatrix playbook, to be honest. As somebody who enjoys dominating men, I do see the difference in the results I get when I am, like, when my makeup is done and I'm out, like, partying or at an event, versus when I'm barefaced and just trying to get on with my day. There is a huge difference. There is a huge difference. And I think that this is deeper than just, oh, attracting men. This is also about repairing your relationship with yourself, especially if you've come out of a deeply controlling relationship with a man who was the kind of guy who would tell you he doesn't like it when you wear makeup, but the women that he was cheating on you with were all wearing makeup. Like, that man was just trying to control you. And the reason why he was telling you not to wear makeup is because he knew that you would attract other men who are better than him. So men know what they're doing. Men know what the power of makeup does. And so if you went for a period where you stopped wearing makeup, you stopped investing in your looks, you started to internalize a belief about yourself that implied that you weren't that beautiful or that you weren't deserving of better treatment from men, this is an opportunity for you to have your glow up. It's not about, if you notice, right, the hard line for me, I don't like talking about weight. I don't like it at all. I feel very conscious of fat phobia. I feel very conscious of body image. A lot of people make comments about my body, and I'm not even a fat person. I'm a person who can walk into any women's wear store and I will most likely find something in my size because I'm on the slimmer side of the spectrum. But I have big boobs and they are not perky. They don't look like implants because they're natural boobs. And people often make comments about my boobs, especially when they're trying to discredit a point that I'm making. Because lo and behold, a woman's looks, unfortunately, is seen as important in society, whether we want to place value on our own looks or not. Now, if I was somebody who had a weak sense of self-image, I would have gotten my boobs done by now. The reason why I'm not interested in getting my boobs done is because I don't think they need doing. I like them as they are. And I'm not trying to get implant sickness. Do you know what implant sickness is? There are women who develop mental health issues, disruptions to their endocrine system, hormonal issues, and also immunity related issues from having breast implants. You can look it up. There are women who are now getting their implants taken out because of those side effects that are everlasting. Aside from that being one of the reasons I'm not interested in getting breast implants, it's also because I don't think I need them. My boobs are big enough as they are. And I actually like my boobs as they are. I've never taken my top off in front of a guy and he's been like, oh my God, put it away. Never had that experience. If anything, I get a lot of unsolicited comments from men wanting to see them and offering me money to see them. Thank you very much. So I say all this to say the reason why I stay away from weight and body sizes as a topic when it comes to glow up and dressing for the life you want is because fat women are very much loved. Disabled women are very much loved, especially in the community that I roam in, the femdom community. There are dominatrixes that look all types of ways. What I see in common with all of them is that they just do their makeup, they wear their cute outfits, and they exude their dominance as they see fit. I don't believe in promoting weight loss in order for you to experience better lifestyle with men. I don't necessarily think that's the case because there are men who find fat women attractive. The argument might be, oh, well, that's a fetish. Well, everything is considered a fetish at this point. Men who fetishize women for the labor, the emotional labor they can extract from them, that's also a fetish. Men are always fetishizing you, whether you are conscious or participating in it or not. So I'm saying all this to say, you can get a lot more out of men from investing more in your appearance, your hygiene, and your grooming than you would from just sort of leaning into the default low effort appearance that you get by on every day. And that's not to say that you're not beautiful if you just have a messy bun and you're getting on with your day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you want a certain result, there's a certain part of the game you need to play. because again, dating men is a game. It is a game, and games are played for there to be a winner. And if you're somebody who is not interested in playing a game, you just want to date for love, marriage, whatever people are dating for, this might not be the podcast for you. I recognize that my message is not for everyone. It's not supposed to be for everyone, because everybody can't have the same lifestyle. Everybody won't get the same lifestyle. Everybody won't date the same type of man. Somebody needs to date the broke men who are splitting bills, okay? Because they said there's a male loneliness epidemic. And I know there's a lot of you that care about men's feelings way more than I do. And I think it's you guys who care about men's feelings more than I do, who should be dating the men who have nothing to offer you but splitting bills and, I don't know, going for walks. But for the rest of us who want and demand a lot more from men, we understand and recognize that there is a level of participation on our part where we need to play to win and to play for the best possible results. And sometimes that involves learning how to do your makeup for your face shape. That involves learning how to dress for your body type. It involves understanding that your beauty is a form of power. It is not your only power, but it is a power that you have. And I believe that women deserve to harness their power to their own benefit and to use that power of our beauty strategically, sensibly, and selfishly to get the outcome that we desire, especially when it pertains to dating men. Because outside of dating men, you using your beauty to your benefit works in the workplace. That is a whole nother conversation for another day. But I do think that some of the women who have experienced the most success in their careers, especially careers pertaining to like office jobs, their looks have played a huge role. You're in a patriarchy, just like how part of excelling in office culture is, yeah, you do need to go to those work drinks and fake laugh at shit that you don't give a fuck about. Yeah, you do need to sometimes involve yourself in extracurricular team building activities so that you can keep on showing face, so that you can put yourself forward for that promotion because they see how involved you are and all the other staff members like you. You're playing the game. It's a game. Similarly speaking, if you're dating men, there are all of these facets at your disposal, including and especially your looks. I'm just saying, play to win. That's literally all I'm saying. I'm not saying that if you're wearing makeup because you know that a man is likely to give you more of the results you want from dating him, that makes you any less feminist. If that is what makes you any less feminist, then oh well, innit? Because for me, like I said, my life and my approach is results driven and results based. I don't exist in the la la land of academic theory. And I'm not discrediting the value and importance of academic theory. We need theory because it contextualizes the way we move, the way we think, the way we navigate, and the way we relate with each other. But ultimately, I care about results because I've seen women who are simply just academically theorizing. And it's great because it's like you get that self-righteous feeling of knowing that you can quote this person, cite this person, reference this person. Great, but the man you're dating is still splitting bills with you. And you're not dismantling anything. You're splitting bills with a man. And it could be argued that I'm not dismantling anything either. Good, because I'm not here to dismantle anything. I'm here to get the happy ending that I deserve in the least resisting way for my joy. The path of least resistance with the path of most abundance combined. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you got something from it. If you did, great. If you didn't like it, I hear you. That's fine. You have to do things the way that you see fit. I'm here to empower you to do things your way. That's it. We won't all do things the same way. We won't all get the same results, but I believe we can get better results if we play this game wiser. That's all. That's all. That's all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, your night, your morning, whatever time you're listening to this. And as always, I will catch you in the next episode.